York Democrat governor, Kathy Hochul, goes full MAGA on the border. Here's just in. New York Governor Kathy Hochul says she'll call ICE herself to deport any illegal aliens who break the law.
Do you have any plans on, ways that the state might approach the president's plans for mass deportation? Is New York as a whole, under your leadership, a sanctuary state? And I believe that there's a coalition of governors akin to your climate leadership governor coalition focused on protecting immigrants. Is that something that you'd consider joining?
Well, I would say this. Our immigration system is woefully broken. It's been broken for decades.
Whose fault is that? Where was this truth teller at during not only the last election of Kamala Harris, but the last 4 years? Nothing like that. That shows the Democrats smell how popular of an issue the Republican take on the border is, and Trump's border. They're not calling him racist anymore. Now it's like, we're on board with it. She's going full MAGA. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is the Doug Tenable channel. I hope you've subscribed. Let us know you're there down in the chat.
There was an opportunity to make meaningful change that the Republicans in the House of Representatives killed, and they should be held accountable for that.
That's kind of a lie, because the actual thing that they proposed, it was not all Republicans. It was a tiny group of Republicans. It basically allowed the illegals to come in at a rate of about 5,000 a day legally, which would mean there'd be no real drop in the illegal population growing. And then Trump put a spike on that, and the Republicans responded. So they're lying when they say that, the Republicans were against it.
But we need to fix the border, fix the system. But I'll tell you this. Those who come here legally, we want to get them jobs.
By the way, that's not even radical to say. People who come here legally who are immigrants, we've always wanted to get them jobs. In fact, we've hired the best engineers, the smartest people. It's basically been a brain drain of all these other countries, and they benefit us. So that's not even radical that we're going to get them legals jobs.
I have 460,000 open jobs in the state of New York. I want them to get the proper work permits. I want them to keep their temporary protective status, if that's what they have. I want to make sure that they're part of contributing to society while they're here. That's separate from people who are criminals. Someone breaks the law, I'll be the first one to call up ICE and say, get them out of here.
Now she's full MAGA. She's going to work with ICE. AOC wanted to demolish ICE, get rid of ICE. What happened? Where were these people at? I'm happy they found Jesus now.
So there is a difference in categories of individuals. And so I just had a meeting this morning with my team that's been studying all the scenarios that could play out over the next few months and what we need to do to prepare. We'll be announcing more about that, and also making sure that our final requests to the Biden administration are secure.
The last words going out that she has to say to Biden is secure the border. Please, when are you going to start doing that?
Just to be clear, are you supportive or not supportive of deporting undocumented immigrants whose only crime is either crossing the border or overstaying?
If they're here with legal papers, like they came and they're seeking asylum, like the 224,000 people who came to New York, they're here legally in search of asylum. And that process will play out.
So they're going to hide behind that. They made it legal for a whole lot of them by saying if you're an asylum seeker and you filled out the papers, you can stay. That's something that J.D. Vance talked about in the debate with Tim Walz, that they changed the law to make illegals legal. But Trump can always change it back.
But there are other people who commit crimes or are known to be criminals before they arrived here. When those are identified, I'll be the first one to help get rid of them. I don't want them here. I don't want anybody terrorizing my citizens.
Oh, now they terrorize citizens. Remember when Trump said there were a bunch of bad hombres and criminals, and they said, you can't say that. Now she's saying that they're here terrorizing her citizens. Kathy Hochul, YMCA. She's on board, full MAGA right now. Welcome to the winning side, lady. Why don't you switch parties while you're at it? I'm Doug in Exile.